Emilienne Roy, and I'm a very grateful patient. Last August 2013, at the end of August, I had a sharp pain on my right side that went from my back to the front, and I went to emergency, got a ultrasound CT scan, and that same week, on a Thursday, I saw Dr. Yassa, who showed my husband and I it was a picture. It wasn't like the CT scan that they would be looking at. At that point, when he showed us that, how big that tumor was in the kidney is, wow. And so what he did, he proceeded to tell me, don't worry about it. I'll get an MRI done on it, and we will see then what the outcome, and we'll go over all of this together. When I seen Dr. Yassa after my MRI, and he said, it's malignant, I was not the furthest thing from my mind. I hadn't even, not even for a millisecond, thought of cancer. So I looked at him and I said, okay, just give me a minute, which I took, and then I said, okay, what do we do about it? He said, no way, my mom does not have cancer. And I said, son, your mom does, and we need to get it out now. And we understand how they feel, because that's a lot of people's reaction. And I said, Dan, I don't have the luxury of time. When I woke up from surgery, I had my son, my husband, and my two sons in my room with me, which I was so grateful for. And they were both could see I was fine. I was alert, groggy, but alert. And guess what, guys? I don't have any pain. When we went back for the follow-up, Dr. Sharda said, I've got bad news, good news. And I said, okay, give me the bad news first. And so he said the cancer had started to come out of the kidney and had started to seep into the fatty tissue around the kidney. And Dr. Sharda said, well, the good news is we got it all. You are cancer-free. And at that point, I can remember sitting there and Marius was beside me, and I remember, like, do I jump up and give him a big hug? And the poor guy probably would have died of embarrassment because he's such very quiet, I probably would have shocked him if I would have done that. Last Christmas, I would say, had to be a very emotional one for all of us. One of them said to them, says, like, I'm so glad Grandma was okay after she had that part removed. And he didn't even know what the part was, but he knew I had a part removed, and it was cancerous. And he says, like, I was just like, aren't we glad that she is alive? She's still here. And the youngest granddaughter said, yeah, so she can continue to over-spoil us.
I'd like to thank the Cornwall Community Hospital, its medical staff, and all the donors who have contributed to the MRI machine here in Cornwall. Without that machine here in Cornwall, my mom, the boy's grandmother, may not be here today.
Je t'aime, grand-maman.
Not only did I have good medical care, I was diagnosed here locally by very competent doctors. I had my surgery here. The surgery was done also by very competent doctors, and because they had the equipment to be able to do it here. I had it done here in a very short time, which saved my life. I have my life back. I have time to hopefully see our 50th wedding anniversary as to next spring it'll be our 44th wedding anniversary. So hopefully we can see the 50th, and see at that point the kids will be going out of high school, going on to college, and God willing, we'll still be around to see them marry, and who knows, great grandchildren. But I thank you. I thank you for all the years that I have. It doesn't matter if it's 2, 3, or 20. Thank you for them, because I wouldn't have had them had it not been for your donation. Being redundant about it, but I can't tell you enough. And I wish I could individually give you all a hug to say thank you. But please remember, or try to imagine that I'm giving you the hug now.